Good morning. It's Monday. It's the 11th of May, 2026. As I told you before the weekend, the United Arab Emirates found out that it wasn't Iran that attacked it with missiles, it was Israel. So continuing in that vein of thought, over the weekend, Tel Aviv got hit very, very hard by missiles. Nothing on mainstream media. 10 people dead, 61 buildings damaged, 6 completely destroyed. Nothing in mainstream media. These buildings are all around the launch pads of the missiles that were being fired at the United Arab Emirates. The question is, why is there nothing in mainstream media? The answer is quite simple. Mainstream media is controlled by Israel. They own mainstream media. They don't want the world knowing what happened. So it's our job to tell you what happened. And they took an absolute hammering. They don't want you to know that. They want you to believe everything's okay. The fact of the matter is, they're being exposed for what they really are. What's happening at the moment in the Middle East is exposing who is the real terrorists. And this is why you're not allowed to criticize certain groups of people, because over the last 20 years, they've created a narrative called anti-Semitism. If you actually criticize these people, you become an anti-Semite. Got nothing to do with the fact that some of these people are truly evil. They're protecting them with that terminology. The fact is, the world is seeing right through that right now. They're seeing, it doesn't bother us anymore if you call us an anti-Semite. We actually wear that badge with honor because we see through your bullshit. We see right through it. You kill another person because you want to take their house and their land and their property because you say that God promised it to you. Well, the world has woken up to your bullshit and lies. We're seeing right through it. Because what God didn't say and has never said is you have the right to go around killing people who very kindly allowed you to live on their land. It's time to wake up to the facts and ignore the insults that get thrown at you for pointing out the facts. Morning, Drew.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. My first story of the day is pressure is piling on to Keir Starmer after Labour poor local election results, with reports suggesting some MPs are now questioning his leadership behind closed doors. I think they're turning on him, Charlie. There are growing fears within the party that Labour's losing support in key areas, and talk of potential leadership challenges is starting to surface.
Well, this is all part of the dismantling of the old system. And there's nobody better than to dismantle the Labour Party than Keir Starmer. It goes without saying, this is a very, very controlled puppet. Nothing more than that. Whether it's the Ukrainian rent boys controlling him or whether it's somebody else controlling him, I don't know, but that's irrelevant. There's also shadow governments behind the scenes that we're now aware of. But this is all part of the dismantling process of an old corrupt system. And whether it's Labour, whether it's Conservative, it's all part of the old system. And what we saw in the UK last week during the local elections was a complete and utter demolition job of the old system. People are sick and tired of it. People have had enough of it. and they come out and they try and pretend nothing's wrong. They're the only people in their little happy bubble that think nothing's wrong. But sooner or later, they have to wake up like you've done. You've woken up to the truth. They're just one of the last ones to wake up. Bless them. My next story is very interested me because they're trying to push out on us this new Hantavirus. Do a little bit of research into the word hunter. And then you find out that the word hunter in Israel means it's slang for scam or BS or fake. They're doing it right in front of your face. But the whole Hantavirus scam, fake, is to distract from one thing: child trafficking. Allegedly, child trafficking is being exposed, so they need something to stop you looking at it. But I'm going to encourage you to look at child trafficking because I'm very much against it. As a father, as a grandfather, and now as a great-grandfather, I'm against any form of child trafficking or human trafficking. But I'm going to give you two little points to look at to do your own research. Look at the Disney cruises, and you'll find a lot of stuff you wish you hadn't found. And look at 33rd degree Freemasonry. Those two things are the two tops of the rabbit hole that will tell you everything you need to know about child trafficking. Drew.
Next up, there's growing security concerns ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup as tensions in the Middle East continue to escalate. With millions of fans expected to travel, experts are warning that major global events like the World Cup could become bigger targets for terror threats, cyber attacks, or lone wolf incidents. Well, apparently there's no threats now, Charlie, but they just thought they'd enlighten us on it just in case.
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. All of these things are part of the distraction. And if you give people a World Cup and you feed them, they won't revolt. We've said it before. But can you imagine the revolting and the revolution that would happen if you took away the World Cup? Wow. This is all part of the awakening process. The love and the obsession of these big events, of sporting events, whether it's golf, whether it's basketball, baseball, soccer, football, snooker. You give them these events and it distracts from what's really going on in the world. And the World Cup is probably one of the biggest watched events in the world. And while that's going on, that distracts from everything else that's going on in the world. People just ignore everything that's going on in the world to watch the World Cup. You take that away and it opens up everything. Give them bread and circuses and they will not revolt. Take away their bread, take away their circuses, they'll revolt. My last story of the day was one that interested me because of the fact that I'm over 60. In the UK, if you're over 60, the government has very quietly changed the rules about drivers who drive over the age of 60. They haven't told you. The media hasn't told you. The DVLA hasn't told you. But they can actually stop you now, take away your license over 60 if you don't conform to new regulations they've not told you about. This is the way that they stop you moving about. This is the way that they reduce the number of people on the road. They can ban you, take away your car, take away your freedom. And they haven't even told you about it. So do your own research. See what they're up to, because they're not telling you. That was the news on Monday, the 11th of May. Have a wonderful day. This is going to be a fun week. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
These are the facts, not put out by mainstream media. If you want to know the truth, we put out the truth every single day, Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays we spend with our families, as we should do. So if you want to know the truth, come to charlieward.com and see real news daily. And join the Insiders Club, which is live on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Hi guys, it's Charlie here. If you're looking to protect your future with gold or silver, pick the region you're in and choose one of our trusted partners.
Global Gold for those that are based in America and Canada. And for those in the UK and Europe, we have Orvesta. Get yours now at charlies.gold.